Hi, I'm Suky from Professional Selection. I'd like to follow up on a video that I'd done a couple of weeks ago about attracting fresh blood, new talent to the recruitment industry. As a follow-up from that, so now you have 2-3 new recruiters coming into the industry, coming into your business, no industry experience, hey, may even be their first jobs. What are you going to do with them? How are you going to ramp them up and train them for success and longevity? Because at the end of the day, it takes a good 12, 18, 24 months to get a desk running and being successful. One thing I strongly suggest you don't do is sit them down with a good old yellow pages and say, pick up the phone and start calling people, and here's the script you're reading. Scripts do not work, period. Get rid of them. I would encourage you to have a training program that's aligned with the learning style of the individuals that you're hiring. So for example, somebody like me, do not stick me in a classroom 5 days a week and I'm sitting there feeling as if I'm back at school. Don't learn like that. I hate it. That's not the way I learn. Now, stick me in an office and I'm watching others. I'm learning a little bit. I'm putting it into play. Yes, absolutely love that. So if that is your training style, the classroom based, make sure part of your hiring process, you're hiring individuals who naturally gravitate towards that. If your style is no, we don't have a real structured classroom based training program for a month, week one, and so forth, then make sure you explain that to the candidate in the interview selection process. So you've brought somebody on and you're starting to train them. As I said earlier, do not stick them on the phone the minute they start. I would encourage you to encourage them to sit with a number of different recruiters and understand the different styles. And then you've got things like the script. As I said, don't give them a script, but everybody has to find their style. So what I would suggest you do is give that new hire the opportunity to put a script together that they feel works for them. And then get them to role play it with other members of the team. Get them to role play it with family, friends, until they get really comfortable. Once they're comfortable and that they've got that intro right, put them on the phone, because that confidence level is going to speak volumes, and we all know first impressions. So if they're ringing up a potential client or a candidate and they're sounding natural and confident, the call's just going to go a lot easier. Fast forward, you've invested all this time, energy, money into training somebody. How are you going to get them to stay? Well, again, that's a difficult one, because if you're a small business and you have no plans to open up a new location or a new division, you've got somebody that's really ambitious and they want to do another startup. If that simply doesn't align with you, be honest with the individual. At the end of the day, wouldn't it be better to have somebody work for you that you've had good 2-3 years worth of commitment from, and then they move on to another company? Give them your blessing. If you've got somebody that wants that clear progression and you have a part of your strategy and growth that yes, you're going to be opening new branches and so forth, well, bring that individual into the conversation. Start training them 6-12 months before you're ready and they're ready to make that move. It's all about that continuous learning. It's always going to be continuous learning. Some learning they're going to do on the job, some learning it's going to be classroom, YouTube videos, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I encourage you to make sure you have some structured training in place that works for your company and works for the individuals that you're hiring. As always, I'm sure there's many different opinions and thoughts. Feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for listening.